yesterday night, as we're actually recording on a Wednesday night, but obviously it's being published on a Thursday, so it's a Thursday Tech Tip show. And because Valentine's is coming up, we thought it'd be great to have a show all about dating tech, dating apps, and we're very privileged to have the guys from Double on the show. So Double is an app which, basically we have the founders on. So obviously, I'm Jonathan, your co-host with Louis, and we'd like to introduce Barry and
Ben.
And Ben.
Ben.
Yes. So
Gary and Ben, would you like to introduce yourself, guys?
Yeah, sure. So my name is Gary, as mentioned. I'm the co-founder of Double. My specialty area of expertise is business development, and we're originally from Scotland. I moved down here about 6 months ago. Ben moved down about 2 weeks ago. So
yeah, just over 2 weeks ago.
And you do the...
I'm head of design and making it look pretty.
okay.
Excellent. Can you guys kind of tell us what Double is about? Like, I mean, obviously most people are kind of, when it comes to sort of dating, dating tech or apps and things, everyone knows Tinder, right?
Yeah, sure.
But what are you guys about? What's special about what you guys do?
So I think maybe the best way to explain it would be to how we initially came up with the idea. So this was about a year ago. I was round at a friend's house. Her name's Frankie. She was using Tinder. She'd been using it for a while. She was getting lots of matches with hot guys. She was having chats. But one night when I was round there, she turned around and exclaimed that she would never meet any of these guys. And I inquired why, why not? And she replied saying, well, it's just potentially unsafe to meet a stranger, and it could be really awkward as well. And I think we can all relate to that if you've done any online dating or any dates, period. There is that awkward silence at times. So she turned to another friend who was there, who's also a female, and said, Carly, if only you could come with me as well, meet one of his friends, and we could do a double date. So that's how Double came about, and it's essentially a dating platform for double dates.
Okay. Well, the name of today's episode is, Valentine's Day Tech Tips, and we thought it is about let technology help you find love without breaking your heart or your bank. So so we're going to be looking at a couple of other things as well. For instance, what you do, or a couple of ways you can use technology to save money while you're on a date. But so you guys, how long ago did you start this? How long have you been running now?
So we came up with the idea in March 2014. We made our MVP, then that was successful. We got a bit of traction from that. Then Ben designed the whole thing, and we released it in October, late October.
Yeah.
But that was just a soft launch. We haven't really done any promotion. It was just to friends and family. And there was a lot of bugs that needed fixed. So that's where we are now.
So I've been on the website. Your website is joindouble.com.
That's right.
Joindouble.com, yeah.
Okay, not to be confused with doublerobot.com, which is also very, very cool. But you can use that for remote dating if you really wanted to, but not really. Yeah.
Hopefully that's not an issue in the future, but we'll soon find out.
We'll see. We'll see. So I was wondering, did you guys want me to show the website, and then you could maybe walk us through some of it?
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Yeah, if you want to do that.
Okay. So this is the website called joindouble.com. Yeah. Okay. Dating is more fun and more social with Double. So do you maybe want to explain to us what do you mean with dating is more social?
So our belief is that double dates are just inherently more fun. You're with a friend, it's less awkward, less chances of those awkward silences, and just group dynamics. If there's 4 people chatting away, then just generally more opportunities to have fun, to be social. So that's the thinking behind that.
Okay, and I also had a brief. I realized on your website there is a frequently asked questions, which is quite useful. But these friends that you bring on, will they always be your friends, or are you able to, if you don't, let's say you don't have many friends, are you able to get strangers
No,
as part of your double date?
you have to be Facebook. You have to be a friend with them on Facebook. That's how you would connect with them. However, you just need that one special friend.
Your wingman.
The wingman, yeah.
Wingman or wingwoman.
Wingwoman.
At the moment, that is the way the app operates. We feel there needs to be, getting 4 strangers together is maybe a bit of a challenge. So at least if within the pairs, at least if 2 people know each other, then that adds a bit more social fluidity to the conversation and stuff. So,
okay.
But perhaps maybe later down the line, if there are some lone wolves out there that want to go out in pairs, then yeah, it could be a functionality we would consider introducing.
Okay. Well, I'm going to give the screen back to you guys, and you can maybe do a share, and then also have a quick. If you can then run us through the website, could you do that?
Yeah, sure. So let me just open up the page.
The first thing is you'll need to. I can't actually share your screen from this side. So if you just move your mouse to the left, and click on the screen share.
Yeah. So this one.
Yeah.
Perfect.
You got it?
Yeah, we can see it nicely.
Yeah, you can see it okay?
Yeah.
Okay. So firstly, let's talk about the logo because we're quite pleased about this. So as you can see, it's 2 twos facing each other making a love heart. So that's the thinking behind that.
Okay.
And then if you scroll down, you'll be able to see these are the 4 main fundamental steps in using the app. So you would download the app, sign in with Facebook, then send an invite to a friend to be your double dating partner. Then the app will show you other pairs that are around you which you can anonymously like or dislike. Do you want to take over the rest?
Yeah. And if a pair likes you back, then you get connected. That's what we call double trouble.
Double trouble.
If you get double trouble, that means you can have a group conversation within the app. And hopefully within that conversation you can arrange a double date.
Okay.
So pretty simple. That's the 4 basic stages to it.
And I see it's available for both Android and iOS, which is
No, yeah, we're currently looking to put it onto Android. It's only available for iOS now.
Okay.
But you can sign up for notifications for when it's ready.
Okay.
On the website there.
So watch this space, basically.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? One of the things I really like about this is, I think if you do organize a double date, firstly, like I say, it's less intimidating. There's going to be more things to talk about, but also, if it doesn't work out, you have your buddy. You have someone there that you can still go out with.
Exactly.
So it's not the end of the night or the day. Actually,
it takes the pressure off.
Exactly. So if romance doesn't blossom between whoever is lined up with each other, then it's not a waste of a night. You're still out with your friend. You can make a polite excuse to leave, and it's not too embarrassing, and you can still have a good time.
Yeah, and also some of those clubs which require you to bring, well, that sounds bad, but sometimes they don't like single guys going to clubs. And so even if the night doesn't work out, you can still go together as a group into a club, and then once you're in, whichever is your fancy.
Yeah, that's true. It's a good point.
All right. No, that's good. Jonathan, did you have any questions more?
Yeah, sorry, just unmuting my microphone. Yeah, sure. So I actually heard of some dudes in Colombia. They go by the name of Glubers, and what they did is they sort of adapted dating and the whole social dynamics to the fact that most Colombians don't date individually on a one-to-one basis. So like you, they were like simply double dates. Because they sort of thought they found that sort of high pressured sort of environment to be in, like, you have to get it on or whatever. They actually did 3 people. So they had, one guy, there's 2 wingmen, and the girl with her 2 friends. And then they kind of go out tonight together, and it would be less of like a high pressure, like, oh, you have to get it on with whoever. It's more like kind of friends going out, having fun, like big, kind of like just turns into a big party, which I quite appeal to me. That kind of ever sort of, did that sort of thinking ever occur to you, or like, I'm interested to find out what sort of like user research went into. And I'm actually like quite interested in the sort of user research. How you find people are willing to talk about these, because it's quite a personal thing going on dating, and so on. Like, can you tell us a bit about how the ideas were formulated?
Absolutely, yeah. So what we found was a double date was the kind of perfect number, because if there's 4 of you, there's still room for romance. Whereas if there's, like you said, 6 people, it's quite a big group. It's quite hard. It's 4 is a great balance. You can have a great night with just 4 people, but there can be that romance element to it. Whereas a group of 6, it's hard to spark up some sort of romantic and environment or atmosphere. It's just a big party basically. So we found that for a double date is the perfect balance between not having that pressure of needing to be, needing to lead somewhere. It can just be a night out with some friends, but at the same time there is that room for sparking up some romance.
We do have a couple of competitors. Actually, there's maybe 2 or 3 that we're aware of. There's a Grouper, which is only in the US now. There's Smeeters, which is a French company, and there's another Australian one, which I can't remember its name, but their concept is free on free, so it's effectively 6 people meeting up. But we just felt that, especially in like a large urban locale like London, even trying to meet one of your best friends is difficult, but trying to meet 6 people in one bar at one time, and it's to be arranged via an app, like, that's quite difficult.
Yeah, that's right. Everyone has really busy kind of social lives, and trying to coordinate between 6 people is just a logistical nightmare, right?
Exactly, but and it's free strangers versus another free strangers. Well, a group of free versus another group of free. And trying to coordinate that, considering everyone lives in different parts of the city and everyone's got different tastes and venues and maybe different pricing restrictions. There's just a lot of factors coming into play. So.
Yeah. Have you guys ever thought of also integrating your app with something like OpenTable or any type of online service that once people have decided, we're going to go on a double date, let's make it easy to get ourselves a table or a space in a restaurant? Is that something you guys have thought about or are looking into? Or
it's definitely something we would consider. That would be more, I feel, a social concierge type of app, which is something we would consider down the line, but at the moment we just want to focus on connecting people, getting them together, and then they can decide where to go. Okay. Once we've mastered that, then we would consider introducing features suggesting where to go, what bars, what venues, what events are on that evening, and perhaps give suggestions. But it's also a question of how do you roll that out? You need quite a lot of infrastructure in order to vet the bars, vet all the venues, so it takes quite a lot more work to do that, which is something that Rendezvous is doing, the other London-based dating app. They're tackling that problem.
Okay. Rendezvous.
Yeah, Rendezvous are great. We'll have to bring them on the show. Hilarious.
Yeah, they're good fun, yeah.
Yeah. So Rendezvous, the idea is basically skip the chat, go straight to the date. So basically, you basically ask people out for drinks, and you pay through the app, and so that means that basically you go to the bar, and that drink is just waiting for you, and none of this blah blah blah. It's just you skip straight to meeting people in person, finding out what they're like, which I think is the to me, I'm like, all this blah 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 on Tinder, you can spend ages just like having meaningless conversation over text, but the real sort of connection happens in person.
Exactly, yeah. Rendezvous, I think the strong point of sale is that it's not until you meet someone face to face that you realize that you have a connection or not. So it's a bit of a waste of a time having these back and forth conversations. But it's also Rendezvous's target market. It's quite adventurous people. You need to be quite confident. You need to be quite adventurous just to meet someone without having any conversation. So, yeah, it's exciting. I'm sure it'll do well.
Okay. Well, guys, I really think.
Can I just kind of jump in there? Like, one thing I found that actually, you know, obviously, yeah, everyone's using Tinder and stuff. So, but you know, you have these sort of conversations that go nowhere. And what I would find often is, like, you know, I have sort of a free evening, had nothing to do, so I just start asking people, like, oh, you know, without, you know, any sort of precursor, I just be like, are you free tonight? Do you want to go out for a drink? Or, you know, want to go out and have something to eat, whatever? And people be like, yeah, great. Like, I'm waiting for someone to actually say that. Like, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, it makes total sense to me. Yeah. Sorry, Louis, you were saying.
No, that's fine. What all I wanted to bring in is so far we've spoken tonight mostly about if you don't have a significant other yet, but we did investigate a couple of tech tips for our listeners and the people out there. Even if whether you're single, to be honest, or if you're using the Double Date app, which I think I really think is a great idea, guys. I can see it going forward.
Thank you.
Or if you already have a girlfriend. So some of the things, I'm going to share my screen again, and I'm just running through the scenario of you've either, you know, it's coming up to Halloween. It's coming up to Valentines, and you want to be sending out Valentine's cards, but as you all know, it's quite expensive if you go down to any one of the shops at the moment. So one of my favorite online stores or online tools for this is Moonpig. Moonpig.com, and we actually have a demo with that, or we have a special link that our listeners can go to. It is if you go to thursdaytechtip.com/go/Moonpig. Moonpig is just a great website. It allows you to customize Valentine's cards on the screen. So actually, instead of talking, let me just show it, and after this, we'll also ask you guys if you have any additional tips. But this is Moonpig. You might have seen the adverts. And I've personally received. Have you guys received a Moonpig card before?
Yeah, I've sent one before. Yeah.
Yeah. So the thing is, it's nice and easy. You don't have to leave the home. If you need to, for some reason, send a Valentine's card to multiple people. Okay, or multiple personalized ones, and they have a flash sale at the moment, which ends on Friday, so you can send roses as well.
I mean, the main benefit of this is you personalize it. I think that's, you know, the
selling point.
The selling point. Yeah.
Yes.
Really personal.
And yeah, so I agree. I've received birthday cards as well, and it's personalized with a picture of me jumping out of an airplane. So that's not something you're going to get every day. The second app we looked at was, and we mentioned it earlier, this is the Open Table. So you know, instead of having to call up many different people, you can just use Open Table. It's very easy. There's so many restaurants around London and international that use Open Table. And you can quickly book. So again, if people use your app, the Join Double from joindouble.com, the Double app, once they've organized, let's quickly make a plan. Then one of the things that I looked at as well is these discount cards. You know, so there's quite a couple of discount cards, but the one that we found works really well is the Gourmet Society. And as you can see at the moment, there's a free trial. What the Gourmet Society does is it gives you 50% discount on your meals on over 6,500 restaurants. And what we've done is we've actually gone and we've created a special link again that our listeners can go to. It's thursdaytechtip.com/go/ let me check that, make sure. It is called GS card for Gourmet Society card. And if you go through our link, you'll also get a 40% off the membership. So it's then £40 for the year, which is literally 40% discount.
And then, cool.
Yeah.
Like I've never heard of these guys. Like so, Gourmet Society, are they specific kinds of restaurants, or is it quite broad?
Well, they actually have 6,500 restaurants, so it's quite a huge amount of restaurants that they accept, and it's things like Prezzo, or if you're Aussie and you want to do a walkabout, or if you want to do Cafe Rouge or Strada, so Beef Eater, a bunch of restaurants, and again they have a mobile app, so this all feeds into, you can use your mobile to get a friend, okay, you can use your mobile to get a date or a double date, then organize the room. No, that's something you're going to speak about another time. We're not there yet. At the moment, we're only at food. And let's say it all went good up to this point. Then you could also go and go for theater. Go to the theater. Maybe make it a later night. Or maybe the people just decide they don't want to go to the food at all. So again, we've created a special deal with this discount theater. So if you go to thursdaytechtip.com/go/theater discount, some of the benefits here is, within 4 clicks, you can get access to the ticket. And what they actually do is they purchase significant amount of stock of the sellout shows. And that ensures that there's always good availability throughout the year. So not only are you getting it at discount, you're also getting quite good shows, and as you can see, 43% off 22, and so by using these 3 things, then maybe in the next show we can talk about then getting a room. But at the moment, I think we have it. Would you guys agree to that point?
Yeah, looks interesting for sure. But if your turn, never did anyone.
All right.
Do you guys have any sort of funny user stories about, like, I don't know, super funny double dates that people went on, or I don't know, something?
Not really, because we've not. As I mentioned earlier on today, like I think you were actually the first customer, the first user that we met in real life. So, as you know, the app's still in its quite early stages. So we haven't met anyone just yet who we know who's been on a successful double date, but still time.
Well,
yeah, and am I right in saying that both you guys are not single? That's right. You both have girlfriends.
Ben's engaged. I'm single. So.
Oh, okay. At least so you have to find someone to double up with then.
Yeah, well, Ben's eager to come with me anyway and just be my wingman and be supportive. But
absolutely, always there.
Well, what I think, if anyone that's listening to our show, if they do end up joining Double, go and make sure you also follow the Double team on twitter.com/join Double, and if you are interested in sharing your experiences, if you're interested in sharing what happened during your experiences, then that's a good place. Would that be a good place for people to get in contact with you guys?
Yeah, sure. Email us at hello@joindouble.com, or just talk to us via Twitter. We'll always get back to you.
Okay. All right.
Awesome sauce. I think probably it's worth mentioning, if for anyone who's in London, there's an interesting event coming up where it's run by Women in Tech, and basically it discusses dating and how apps and technology have changed dating. So I think definitely relevant. I think it's on the. Do you guys know the details? I think it's the 11th of February. Isn't that right? Sort of in the evening. So a week from now, basically.
Yeah, it's a week tomorrow, I believe. It's on Thursday, isn't it?
I can't remember.
I think it's a week tomorrow. It's on the Thursday, but yeah, it definitely looks interesting. They've got quite a good panel. They've got Datch, Happen, Antidate, Friender, Hitch. So they've got quite a good variety of dating apps, and we're going to be there as well.
So for people not aware of say Datch and Friender, can you guys kind of explain what those are?
Yeah, so Datch is LGBT. It's a lesbian dating app that was created by a woman called Robin Exton. A really nice design, looks quite nice. Friender is, I believe it was created by a Bulgarian guy called Dimo, and the idea behind that is threesomes. So if you're a bit more adventurous and you and your partner want to meet up with someone else for, to put it bluntly, group fun, then that's the app for you. And Anti-Date is a really female-centered dating app, so women have all the control. We actually just saw an advert for it on the subway on the way back home there. And Hitch, I believe, it's like a matchmaking app. So if you know two people that you think should get together and you don't know the right way to go about it, you can all download Hitch and you can facilitate a match for them. And Happen is, I think we're all familiar with Happen, it's quite popular, but Happen is like a serendipity, missed opportunities. If you walk by someone in the street, then they'll come up on your feed, and it's like your second chance to try and talk to them again.
Okay. Missed opportunities, you said.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, yeah, I think it's super interesting. Like all these people who've created this new technology that change people's lifestyles, their sort of dating and romantic relationships. So I've got the details up here. It's at List Studios, 48 Hobson Square. Yeah, 11th of February, Wednesday. Oh, it's a Wednesday actually, from 7 p.m.
All right,
so if you're in town, check it out.
And for the listeners, what we're going to do is we're going to have the show notes on thursdaytechtip.com. So if you just go to thursdaytechtip.com, the latest episode, this is episode 3. All the links, all the websites that we discussed, all the apps, as well as the Twitter of Ben and Gary, and we'll also have your other co-founder Lauren details on there. So
Nice.
So make sure you go to thursdaytechtip.com. Also subscribe to the podcast. We have a YouTube channel, so whichever way you want to listen to either audio or videos, you can do it through there.
Okay.
Yeah, so thanks so much, guys, for coming on.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, no, thanks for having us.
Yeah, thanks for your time. Appreciate it.
It'd be great to have you back. Keep in touch, and let us know about. We'd love to hear more stories about these double dates and people's experience.
Yeah, we'll try and get some. Yeah, if we all join up, then we'll try and get some stories for ourselves, and then we can tell the audience about them.
Good stuff.
That's great.
Cool. Thanks, guys.
All right.
Okay, cheers.
Thanks, guys.
Cheers.
We'll see you again. Cheers. Cheers. All right. So, Jonathan.
What do you think?
It was good. I'm still broadcasting. Let me stop the broadcast. So, do you have any Do you have any rollout thoughts you want to leave?
Oh yeah. Oh, we can carry on. Awesome.
Well, we can carry on for a couple more.
I mean,
minutes.
I could go on for ages, but I think about all the other sort of, I don't know, relationship tools and things and.
But we're going to keep those for the next show,
what,
right?
Yeah. Well, could do.
Well, I'll tell you what. This show was about Valentines. It was about sparkling love. New, either sprucing up your love a little bit with some of those apps, which are going to be in the show notes. But mostly, finding, and then once people have, then you can show them all the apps to make the most out of it.
Yeah. Hey, the coolest thing I think, actually, people just don't do this here, but say, like Latin American stuff. I love sort of Latin passion. I love Latin countries. I love the culture. I love their way of doing things, which sometimes can be like totally overblown and super cheesy. Like a typical thing for like girls or guys to do is like give each other like these massive bears that are like soaked in perfume, so that when your loved one is away, you can hug the teddy bear and pretend it's them. And
you're gonna have to tell us more about that. I think we can do that on a differences in culture as you.
Yeah, no. But I just wanted to say, like, so for example, a typical sort of Valentine's gift would be, say, like a serenata, which is like you have a band that comes and sort of plays.
Serenaders.
You can hire a mariachi band that will like go to the your loved one's sort of flat or whatever and start serenading them from outside or whatever. It's good fun. But yeah, totally. That's an interesting idea for I don't know, some sort of like startup business or whatever, agency type thing. Anyway.
Yeah. Well, Jonathan,
Random
thanks.
thought of the day.
Yes, yes. Again, to our listeners, thanks. Make sure you subscribe. Or if you go to thursdaytechtip.com, you'll get all the different options and the ways to subscribe. And yeah, thanks for listening. We'll see you in the next episode.
Sweet potatoes.
All right. Cheers.